going on, guys? Welcome back to another MD Fish Tanks build video. So recently I've been doing a lot more sort of natural style aquariums. That's not nature style because that tends to be a specific look. I like it to look kind of rough and ready and mimicking the natural environment of the fish. Well, not completely, but you know, more than what I've currently got for the tank we've got in mind to build today. And this is the section of the studio that we're going to be working on today. So this is just a plant grow out tank. This is Timmy's tank. Timmy, you awake yet? There's Timmy. Your glass needs a clean, bud. I'll sort that in a minute. So yeah, this is the tank we're going to be working on. This was a pirate ship tank. You can just about see the pirate ship in the back. It's also got our green neons in there, and it's got some crystal red shrimp that are actually white. Anyway, loads of good healthy plants. Probably won't be using most of those in this scape, but I will be saving them for another build. But that said, everything's got to come out. Go. So many of you have been asking recently, why do I keep painting stuff and not putting films on? It's just because I've got paint here. I've got white paint and I've got black paint. You know, it's just normal paint. So that's just showing you there how easy that goes on. And it looks like this here when it's in the tank. So it looks pretty decent. The reason I painted it on this one is because the grey-black background on the wall was making it look really dark, so I just went full white. But it's better if you've got a film, I think anyway, and you've got a softer background than that. And I've just found my film. Yeah, it's just normal sort of translucent stuff. It's good though, because I'll show you how easy this comes off now. Watch this. There we go, on. You've got two options here to trim the edges. You can either run a blade along it, and I've done that in the past, but I haven't got any really sharp blades. You basically need brand new blades to be able to do that and get a clean finish. Or you can use what I'm going to do now and just do a metal ruler right close to the edge and then just cut along it, nice and tidy. There we go, guys. Nothing like a brand new stage, is there? This is so exciting. I cannot wait to get started. First thing I want to do is put a load of coarse stones in the bottom. This stops like sand compaction and any nasties developing deep in the sand bed. If I'm honest, I don't fully know the science behind it. All I know is that when I do it, it works well, okay? You should do it too.
So we've basically got sort of 1 stone thickness of depth all the way across there. Left the front open so it doesn't look sort of ugly against the glass, because now we're going to cap that over the top with the nutrient layer, and I'm going to remove that filter for now as well, because it's stopping me getting in the tank. Oh, there we go. You stay down there, and that means I can slide this back and I can actually access it a lot easier. So yeah, down in here I've still got all the substrate that I took out from the previous build, so going to be really good to be able to use that again. It's all still full of nutrients and it's got beneficial bacterial in it as well, so perfect. So base layer in, nutrients in, now we need to cap all that off with whatever sort of gravel and sand we're using. I'm just going to use a mix of everything and just make it look really sort of naturalistic, fully graded, you know, fine to coarse. Just go for it. Right, so I'm going to start off here, guys, with a fine gravel, just because I think it looks really tidy. And I'm going to give it a like sort of loose spreading everywhere, just to sort of cap it mainly initially, and then in a minute I can add a bit more, and I can add different sort of gradings to it as well. What I'm going for, remember this scape, and showing you guys is how to create that really natural look. And it just so happens that that should be the easiest because nature makes itself. I don't know. And then next up we've got like a more sort of yellowy sand, look, if you can see there. So just giving that a sprinkle. Again, this is all going to get mixed up when all the fish are in there and moving around and everything. And I'll sprinkle more of everything in a minute as well. And at the end, I'll just do a big mix of it all, I think. Just so we've got that full grading, because at the moment it's going to go in sort of layers. But I just want to make sure that that nutrient layer is capped. And then we can move on to more sort of decoration. Okay, right, that's good. So no nutrients getting out of that. And now we can just mix everything up. Oh yes, there we go guys. How natural is that looking so far? Completely graded, completely different everywhere, nothing's uniform. Well, I suppose it's uniformly ungraded. Anyway, who cares? Right, we've got a good level there, it's a good base. There's about 1 inch of sand on top of that nutrient layer, and there's going to be even more sort of coarser gravels and stuff on top for decorations later as well, so we're really good there. So the base layer is now ready, and it is now time to add in our wood, and luckily I've got a nice big selection in my second studio. Let's go. And here we have it. So I've got a large selection there, you can see that. At the moment we've got quite a lot of this sort of finger wood, it's called. It's the long sort of sticky stuff, and it's the lighter colour of brown as well. But I've recently reclaimed some of my bogwood. I think that's going to look really good in this tank. It looks better than what it looks like there. It's quite sort of sticky. I don't know. Let's put it in. Right, what I'm trying to do is create some sort of height in the aquarium. If you can create height with your hardscape, you're already onto a winner. And then something else sort of following at the bottom. It's moved a little. I need to bring that out a little bit, I think. I just put it there for the minute to hold it all up. And maybe actually that's where it's going to stay, or risk everything falling down. Stuck a little rock at the end there because the whole thing was trying to do that. And that should balance that nicely now. And it's just a case of sort of filling in these areas, I think. I mean, potentially I could leave it like that because there's enough gaps everywhere there so that the water can flow all around it, which will stop sort of dead spots. But I would want to fill some gravel up behind it, not my finger, fill the gravel up behind it so it's at least level with that sort of, you know, wood area height. Yes, loving that, loving it. But I think it does need some more thin, sort of wispier sticks, like with funny angles and that, just to give it a bit more realism. Remember, we're going for natural style. So I haven't got any, so let's just go and collect some from the woods. Ah, here we go. Just the sort of sticks I need. Oh, that is looking sick, isn't it? That's so cool. Love it. So natural. Have you noticed the sticks are going in, you know, similar directions, so it looks like it's coming out of like a bank or something? I don't know. So the flow's going that way. I also feel like we need higher at the back here, so I'm going to bring this level up to about here, and that gives us a greater sense of depth, and it also means that our plants back there will already be of a sort of decent height. It'll just look really, really good. There we go. Right, I'd consider that now the correct level, and you can sort of see what I'm going for. It gives it that height, and imagine that we've got stem plants here now. Stem plants are going to be up to about there versus right down low, but we're way away from that at the moment. First of all, we just need to cover the whole thing in just tons of detail. Be random, like don't think too much, just get different sort of gradings going on everywhere. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I started off placing and I thought, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. And I literally just chucked it in, and I think it looks great. There's kind of like a natural sort of clearing underneath the rock. That gives some space to put maybe some moss or something like that. I don't know. There's going to be loads of like plants in here now. So let's just start off with the foreground plants, and then I'm going to fill it up and just go stem crazy in the back. It should look amazing. I'm hoping to fill this whole back section out with stems as well. So we've got a big green area in that back corner that loops over. So it's not really bright in the tank. It should look so good. Oh wow, I think we've managed to produce a sort of really natural base area there, or foreground. I want to stop there because I don't want to cover up all these stones. They're looking really good now, and a couple of details in the top section there as well. But I'm going to fill this up with water now, and then we can start putting in all the stem plants and the stuff that's really going to give it that sort of look that I'm after, which is, I don't know, like really deep dark corner, but with light as well, obviously. Dark light, that's right, yes, I did just say that. That was a close call. We nearly had a disaster. The wood started to sort of float up, but it will sink underwater, but it was obviously just balanced at the moment like that, so it was trying to fall forwards. So I stuck another rock at the back, which I think looks pretty good. Doesn't look too bad at all, actually, because it's so close to the edge, it kind of feels like an embankment. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to leave that there, and it fully secures everything. But look, it looks great, doesn't it? All the bubbles kind of spoil it, but they'll clear by the time I put all the fish in and that. It's now time to start planting all our stems. I'm just going to get on with it and label as I go. We've got a ton of plants there, so it's still very hazy, so it's going to look way better than this once we get the filter on and clear the water a few times. But you notice there I put some Hygrophila pinnata. This one's planted in substrate, this one's just pushed back after I trimmed it, and it's just, just sat there. That's absolutely fine with this plant. You can do that, and that's the same with the top one as well. I might stick a few more up there actually, because I think it's going to look really good to fill that area in. And also this plant's great because it just creeps. It will creep all the way along, and it will grow out of the water really, really well and look so good as well. So that's going to be great in like a month's time or so. But at the moment, really are nailing it. I kind of want to put some red in, but I also don't, because it looks so natural like this. What do we think? Do we need a red focal point? I kind of think we do. I can put it in, see how it looks, and take it out if I don't like it. We do need some more in this area though, so all I'm trying to do now, fill out that area and fill out that top area. Screw it, I just went for it, I just stuck it in there, and if you've got one, you've got to have another one. A little sort of mini red spot and another red spot. Look, at the end of the day, you miss 100% of the balls you don't swing the bat for, or something like that. You got to try stuff, and I think it looks great so far. It's going to look much better once we get a water change going on and everything. So it's really bright at the moment as well, but that'll actually fade loads as everything grows in, starts to sort of loop over, which I'm really looking forward to. Oh, there we go, guys, looking so good. I'm really pleased with that. Now this will all grow in so thick and fast as well. Most of these plants are fast growing. We've got half decent light. I'd call this a medium light. Again, I'll leave a link for that in the description. It's a nice budget option, and it does the job really well. At the end of the day, it made that Altananthera there go that red, so that just goes to show how good it is. Now this whole thing will fill in so fast. Within a month, it will need like hacking right back. I promise, right now, I'm going to give you guys my word to stay right on top of the trimming of this one, because I've got a feeling it's going to look immense if I do. But I think we're ready to put our fish and shrimp in. Let's do it. So the fish and shrimp have been patiently waiting in this bowl on my desk. I've actually been out and got 10 more shrimp, I think, so we've got 20 in total of the crystal reds. I've got some Venezuelan cories in there as well, and I've got 10 more of the green neons as well. So yeah, let's just put them all in, because they're freaking out now that I've gone over the top of the bowl.